Audiobook Academy Biography presents Milton Hershey. She formed the Hershey Chocolate Corporation and made chocolate candies widely available over the world as a result of her philanthropic work in the United States. He was born on September 13, 1857, in Derry Township, Pennsylvania. However, some sources claim he was born in Derry Church, Pennsylvania. Hershey was apprenticed at the age of 15 after completing an unsatisfactory country school education. Hershey launched the Lancaster Caramel Company after two failed efforts. It was in 1900 that Hershey sold the company, concentrated on developing the formula for chocolate bars, and began building what would become the world's largest chocolate manufacturing plant. Early life. Veronica Fanny Snavely Hershey and Henry Hershey had only one surviving child, Milton Snavely Hershey. Hershey was raised on a farm outside of Derry Church, Pennsylvania, a small farming hamlet in the center portion of the state, by his father, a dreamer who was always looking for the next big chance. Henry Hershey, on the other hand, lacked the fortitude and work ethic necessary to see things through. He had mostly removed himself from the family picture by 1867, when Hershey was just a young boy. His mother, Fanny, the daughter of a Mennonite preacher, is thought to have grown tired of her husband's failings, though the specifics of their divorce are murky. Fanny, left in charge of Hershey's upbringing, instilled in her son a respect for hard labor and perseverance. While still a teenager, Hershey displayed an interest in candy making and began an apprenticeship with a Lancaster, Pennsylvania, master confectioner at the age of 14. Having borrowed $150 from his aunt, Hershey opened a confectionery shop in the heart of Philadelphia 4 years later. Early career. Hershey worked tirelessly for the company for 5 long years. However, he was unsuccessful. In the end, he shut down his business and moved to Denver to be with his father, where he worked for a confectioner. It was there that he first learned about caramel and how to create it with fresh milk. Though he was happy working for someone else in Hershey, the Hershey entrepreneur wasn't, and he went out on his own in Chicago and New York City. Both times, Hershey went down. It was in 1883 that he returned to his hometown of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and founded the Lancaster Caramel Company. Success was not far behind it. The Hershey Company was booming in just a few short years, delivering caramels all across the country. The King of Chocolate. In 1893, Hershey visited the World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago, where he saw firsthand how chocolate was made. He couldn't get enough of it. Hershey began the Hershey Chocolate Company at the same time that his caramel company was booming. Milk chocolate, a delicacy enjoyed mostly by the Swiss, instantly piqued his interest. A new formula for mass-produced and mass-distributed milk chocolate candy was a top priority for Hershey. His sale of the Lancaster Caramel Company for a whopping $1 million took place in the year 1900. 3 years later, he began building a mammoth and modern candy-making facility in Derry Church. As soon as it opened in 1905, Hershey and the candy business as a whole were forever changed. Man of the people. The Hershey Chocolate Company's success quickly eclipsed that of its founder's previous venture. The Hershey Kiss, which he named after himself, was one of his most successful inventions. In 1924, the foil wrapper was added to the product. As Hershey's fortune rose, so did his desire to build a model city near his hometown. Hershey established educational institutions, parks, churches, and other leisure amenities in the town he founded in Pennsylvania, which came to be known as Hershey, Pennsylvania. He even provided his employees with a trolley system. His wife Catherine, whom he had married in 1898, was by his side throughout the majority of this generosity. To make up for their inability to have children of their own, the Hershey family donated much of their resources to causes that benefited children. The Hershey Industrial School for Orphaned Boys was founded by the couple in 1909. Since then, the Milton Hershey School has opened its doors to female students as well. 3 years after Catherine Hershey unexpectedly died, Hershey donated much of his wealth, including ownership of the Hershey Chocolate Company, to the Hershey Trust, which sponsors the Hershey School, which is named in her honor. Even as the economy faltered and he was nearing the end of his life, Hershey's philanthropy persisted. Hershey sparked a mini-boom in construction in his community during the Great Depression in the 1930s to keep men employed. Construction of a major hotel, a community building, and new Hershey Company offices were among the projects he directed. Ration D bars and tropical chocolate bars were Hershey's contributions to the war effort during World War II, when the company supplied troops with chocolate bars. Hershey's generosity was not a surprise to those who knew him. His mild manner, compared to many of America's other business titans, was a stark contrast to Hershey. Hershey, despite the fact that he was unable to read or write and had to quit school early, was determined to ensure that people he cared about received a good education. His display of riches was modest, if not downright thrifty, to say the least. To him, his home and the community he'd helped build were his whole world. When he built his own house, he included the Hershey Company headquarters in the design. Later years. Hershey never remarried after the loss of his wife Catherine, and he is said to have carried a picture of her with him wherever he went. As a result of the work ethic he learned from his mother, Hershey was able to continue working well into his 80s. On October 13, 1945, he passed away in Hershey, Pennsylvania. As a businessman and philanthropist, he has left a lasting impression on the world. From Almond Joy and Mounds to Cadbury and Twizzler, Hershey is one of the most well-known confectionery companies in the world. The Milton Hershey School today serves 1,900 children each year, while the M.S. Hershey Foundation, which was created in 1935, provides funding for educational and cultural programs for Hershey citizens, as well. Thank you for listening in Audiobook Academy. Don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button for more content like this. See you in next video.